Hello to everyone. My name is Goracel. I am representing Millenium Social Alternatives Association from Romania, which is a partner in Planet Social Enterprise project. And today we are going to speak about corporate social responsibility. At the end of this webinar, you will acquire knowledge about the concept of corporate social responsibility, and we are going to speak about some practical example of corporate social responsibility initiatives. Let's see what is corporate social responsibility. Just to go through two or three definitions. According with the International Organization for Standardization, corporate social responsibility must contribute to sustainable development and take into account the expectation of the stakeholders to comply with applicable laws and respect international norms of behavior, integrate all this through the organization and put them in the application in all his relationship. Another definition of corporate social responsibility is the World Business Council for Sustainable Development, which says that CSR, so corporate social responsibility, is the continuing commitment to business by contribute to economic development while improving the quality of life for employees and their families as well as community and society in general. From the European Commission point of view, CSR is the responsibility of enterprise to their impacts on society. Well, more broadly, we can speak about the corporate social responsibility. The fact that is the involvement of employers in improving the quality of life of the community is and where it operates. We'll see about this a bit later. So all these three definitions that I just presented to you, they underline somehow more or less a few things. The fact that the company should have a responsible entrepreneurship. Also, they have to show respect for all the international norms and to have the spirit to applicable the law. CSR, I mean, the dimension of CSR of the enterprises should seek to increase the positive contribution for all relevant interested parties or stakeholders to reducing the negative impact. And through this initiative should go beyond the legal requirements and contractual, so they should be proactive and to take place regularly, not ad hoc. What kind of type of social responsibility we can speak about? So basically are three types: environment, CSR, community social responsibility for the community, and for the human resources. So you have to understand the fact that every enterprises take some resources from the environment, make some change, and put on the market goods and services. In this process, of course, there appear some other things that is not related with producing goods or services, and of course some of them has negative impact not only to the environment but also to the community as well, and even for the human resources that is working for that enterprises. Let's take some examples like oil companies, for example, or other mineral resources that like gold, silver, or other um, um, metal or metal stuff that supposed to dig deeper in the earth or in the mountains. So in this way can have a very negative impact in community as well, because it was situation when an entire community, an entire village supposed to be moved in order to make possible to exploit that local resources. And of course, in human resources has also a negative impact, because uh, there is enterprises for some of the activities who suppose that people to work in a dangerous environment. And therefore, in the last years or in the last period of time, there is an increasing, let's say, awareness of enterprises to act responsible to the community and the environment, and also to the employees. So, um, let's see some examples. In 2001, in Romania, Royal Bank of Scotland (RBS) finance and also sustain by their employees the second edition of Romanian social enterprises. For 1 year, 25 NGO received training and consulting, and 5 of them have received funding to establish a social enterprise. So basically, here it's an example from the banking system, where um, a bank outside from Romania, they took this initiative to use the competencies and expertise of their employees in order to improve the capacity of some NGO. And part of this NGO that they receive technical support from them, they decide to go even further to finance their project. Examples number 2. Again, another bank, another enterprise from the bank system. It's about OTP, has developed an intensive and integrated communication campaign, which after were donated, over 30,000 books and 30,000 libraries were built in schools from rural area. As you can see now, it's a bit of different type of action than previous that I presented. So in this way, in this example, this bank doesn't use the expertise and the experience of their employees, but they do a different type of action which is not related with their um, business sector. So they decide to improve the condition of studying of the children from the rural area by let's say gathering books and building 35 libraries. Um, well, more broadly, we can speak about the corporate social responsibility. The fact that is the involvement of employers in improving the quality of life of the community is and where it operates. Well, as a conclusion, um, of course, there are many examples that you can find around you with oil companies, with other multi national corporation. Uh, Slowly, in the years that has in the last years, there is a phenomenon which shows that they are becoming much more aware about this social responsibility, and they start to build um, different actions, different activities that is responding to the needs of the community, of the environment, to their to improve also the life of the quality of life of their employees. So this trend is very much increasing in the last years. So as a conclusion, the performance of the organization is in relation with the society in which it works, and the impact on the environment has become an essential part in measuring the overall performance of the organization and its ability to continue to operate effectively. So, as you can see from this quote, is the fact that in our times, the effectiveness and the performance of the entity is not measuring only by the profit that is doing, but also it's measuring, or it start to be measured also by the what kind of impact has in the environment that it's doing its activity. As you know already from the previous webinars, at the end we are going to have a small exercise. So um, again, having as a reference point your business idea, I will kindly ask you to answer to the following questions. How, through your businesses, you will improve the relation with your partners, clients, and beneficiaries? Just think a little bit to this dimension, having in mind the concept of corporate social responsibility. What you can do for each of these categories, partners, clients, and beneficiaries. Also, you have to think a bit how your business idea will address other community from other issues from the community. Of course, you are going to act in an environment, in a community. You are going to take some resources from there. You are going to give job opportunities for the people. But also, that community has its own issue. The question is how you can address some of the issues in the community where your business idea is going to operate. And last one, how your business can contribute to improve the quality of life in your community. Well, that's it. Thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you good luck.